Hello everyone, this is Janice Mae, and today, by the way, welcome to my channel. Today I would like to share with you how I made what I call prayerful beads. They are not prayer beads. The prayer is actually built into the bead. So I call them prayerful. What it is that you write out your own personal prayer on a piece of paper like this. You can print it out on a printer, or you can handwrite it. So it can be customized, personalized for that person you're giving it to. Tomorrow is Memorial Day, and we want to honor the soldiers. We have family member who has served. I found this prayer in Pinterest, and I think it will be perfect to make this into a bead and give it to a military person. So let me just go over the things that you need. You will need this, your prayer printed on here, and you will, in the back, you will line your paper as to how big your bead. So this, I'm making a 1/2 inch, so 1/2 inch wide beads. And then you cut them into strips like this. So I already did that. So the other things that you need when we're rolling them into beads is you need magazine strips of the same size base, 1/2 inch. So I have these, and I sell them online in a bundle like this. So these are the 1/2 inch strips. You will mount your prayer strip into the beads. You will need a roller. I have the bamboo roller, and this is also available on my shop. You need glue, and just thin it with a little water as a base coat, glue and as base coat. And you need glaze. I'll be using my Vibrance, and I just poured this onto this jar. The other thing you need a fishing line to string your beads. You need a little brush. This is an old makeup brush. You need, I call this buffer beads, so you need this as well. So now that you have cut your strips, I'm just going to show you how I roll them into a bead. So you will mount it on top of your magazine strip. So this goes inside, and on top is your magazine strip. So I have here, this is 3 strips, 2 magazine strip, and your white strip underneath, and it makes that fat or diamond shaped bead. And if you're just doing 1 strip and 1 white strip, then you get a thinner bead. So you see the difference. So I want to make that bigger bead and a smaller bead as part of my design. So now I'm going to take this 2 strips of magazine and my prayer strip underneath. I will take my bamboo roller. The neat thing about the bamboo roller is that it's easy to roll if you're rolling more than 1 strip of paper. So just bring it down, and you will be rolling and making your bead. So the prayer strip, triangle strip underneath is there, hidden. But you know it's there, and when you're finished with your bracelet, I'm gonna be making a bracelet. You can hang any religious charms on there. And you can write it out on a small note of tag or something like that, that this is what's inside the bead that you are giving to that person. So now we are at the end. So I'm just gonna do that. And the other thing, you need this paper plate that's kind of like has that coated shiny glossy top. This is when you are going to be glazing your paper bead. So you have your paper bead now like this. So before you will apply vibrance, you need to base coat your paper bead with the glue, thinned with water, or Mod Podge. So now that's done. So I have the beads here already. So what I'm going to be doing is stringing them. So I want to show you how I would glaze it. So just take like about, you know, enough to string your paper beads, and I'm going to take like, I call this buffer beads. They're kind of beads that I will reuse over and over again to when I'm glazing my paper beads. So you cannot be using it to for a project, because it will all be coated with the vibrance. Somebody asked me that, and my answer to how to take the vibrance off from the beads, that would be kind of hard to do. I'm talking about taking the vibrance off the buffer beads. So you will just have to reuse that for the next time you glaze your beads. So that's the purpose of the buffer beads. So they are beads that you don't really care for, and they are just good for glazing your paper beads. So I like the idea of the Prayerful Beads because it is, I for one thing is that I like to see something to remember it. So it's kind of like your reminder when you wear the bracelet, that there is that prayer that's incorporated into the bracelet. So we're almost done. These beads have been applied with a base coat, because as I am gluing them, I'm base coating at the same time. So like what I was doing. But you can base coat more than once if you really want it to be, you know, secure. So now that I have strung it into here, I will dip it into the vibrance. So I figure I have enough beads here to make one bracelet. So now I have this, and what I do is take it and dip it into the vibrance like so, about 5 seconds, and then I will take it and shake it, and this is the purpose of the jar, and shake it some more, and I will just kind of lay it on the plate to take off any excess or any bubbles that can happen. And then I will just finish it off with a brush. I will hang it to dry and then check it and then dip it again about 3 times until you get your desired shine. So when I come back, we have finished beads and we will be stringing it into a bracelet. So now we've finished our prayerful beads. It's not quite dry, but I'm just gonna go ahead and string it. And I'm making a bracelet, and these are my accent beads, the cloisonne beads. So they are very inexpensive but really pretty, and I'm going to use the charm. So I have this charm just as an example, and you can choose whatever charm you want. So first, I'm just gonna string them like that with the cloisonne beads in between, and sometimes the holes are not really even, and I will alternate with the big paper bead and the smaller one, and it's a very simple kind of design like that. And the smaller bead is rolling 2 strips and the bigger beads is rolling 3 strips together. So I'm gonna come back after I have finished stringing them to save time. So there is your finished bracelet. Now we are just going to tie the elastic and end it. So we will put in the knot of the elastic into the hole of the paper bead. So just like overhand knot, right over left, left over right, and then tighten it. And to make sure that it is secure, you need to put in a dab of clear nail polish, like so. And then you would trim your elastic. Now you have this knot here, you need to pull it inside this bead to hide it. So it's not completely dry, but I'm just gonna go ahead and show you how to do that. So there you go. So this is your finish prayerful bracelet. So there you have it. Till next time. Thanks for watching.